Welcome to Florida. Many of us have come here to retire, to relax, to enjoy ourselves, and to leave old worries behind. During the winter season, the populations of Bonita Springs and Estero almost triple to over 100,000 people. The numbers that are harder to get at involve the folks outside of our gated and more affluent subdivisions, the ones who live here day in and day out. Our community is very generous. However, there are times when people in crisis fall through the gaps in assistance and when local school children could benefit if there were more financial resources available. The Bridge Fund works with excellent local existing social service agencies, churches and schools who know the needs of our community and are able to pinpoint exactly where the Bridge Fund can step in and help. We've been visiting with people on the front lines, local organizations in Bonita Springs and Estero that on a daily basis are making lives better for those in our community who need help. Let me introduce you to some of these folks.
My name is Maribel Sleba, and I'm the President and Executive Director of the Bonita Springs Assistance Office. And we are a not-for-profit organization that has been serving the Bonita residents for over 34 years.
Yes, I like the banana. There you go. Juice, milk, water.
Well, my name's Yadi Munoz. I'm site manager of Cafe of Life, where we serve a daily meal 5 days a week.
My name is Brother Ben. I'm from Los Hermanos of the Christian Brothers here in Bonita. We've had a house here since 1989. We originally came here to work with the migrant workers that were still very much a part of Bonita before the expansion took place. And since then, we still work with migrants in Campobasso and people that work for Gargiulo Tomatoes, but we also deal with the poor that are here in Bonita. And their name is Legion. As many gated communities as there are in Bonita, there are as many pockets of poverty. But in Bonita, they are very well hidden. The people here in Bonita that are struggling have been struggling since the construction industry fell flat. And a lot of the men left, and they left their wives or their live-in women and their children. Their women receive food stamps, but there's not much of an income coming in.
It's gonna be one bread, one sweet, one miscellaneous, one thing from the end, okay?
You know, especially for families who have children, trying to make ends meet here with a rental that really starts like at $800 plus all their utility bills, plus their food, and they're only on minimum wage. I mean, yeah, they do struggle. From 10 o'clock to 11:30, we provide for around 80 to 100 clients. We also provide them with a daily pantry, which is food from all our local groceries, as well as diapers and toiletries.
There's a lot that comes up here in Bonita. The elderly, whose SSI is not enough to support them, are growing in numbers. I have a number of elderly people that will come for food each month. They'll come for bread once a week. just to get by because their SSI is not cutting it.
I see houses filled with colored light, trees and mountains bowing to the sky. I can tell my loneliness to you. Everything is beautiful and new.
Many people are still thinking that the retired community here in Bonita is totally affluent, happy, and having fun. There is a good portion of those retirees that are not having fun at all. And that is something that our community is not aware of. We are still thinking in the old set of mind that we are helping the poor. It's no longer that. We are helping those who cannot take care of their basic needs: shelter, food, health, and sometimes education.
When people come in for financial assistance, we give what we can. We don't give them what they need because we don't have it. And the Bridge Fund would help to bridge that gap that we find in the resources that we have from the people that donate to our organization, to Los Hermanos of Christian Brothers, or to Bonita Assistance, or to Cafe of Life. We all get so much, but we're short. That Bridge Fund could help us to bridge the gap for what we would like to do and what we can do.
My name is Vonnie Bryan. I'm principal of Spring Creek Elementary, and I have two outstanding students with me. To my left is
Gianna Bilardo,
5th grader, and to my right is
Jamie Marina,
4th grader. And we're here today to talk about the Bridge Fund and how it could supplement what we need in almost every school that is unfunded by the regular money we receive. It takes care of the basics. Some children come to school and their parents teach them, you better go to school and do well because I don't want you to have my kind of life. So Title I is critical. We get the money, but also it means that many of the children that are from the poor families are sometimes behind because they didn't have books in their homes. They don't have the technology, and they need a leg up. They need something to level that playing field again. All right, now we're going to turn to Mr. Moreno, and he's going to speak with you about field trips and the importance of why we need field trips funded. It's one of the first things that gets cut in a budget, yet it's critical that kids go on field trips. And Jamie, tell us why.
The kids can learn about all kinds of stuff, science, technology, art, if they go to an art museum.
The Bridge Fund would help us tremendously, and it would be a lifelong gift you give for kids.
Oh, they're dancing on the stage.
Oh, putting on a real show.
Yeah, they're getting ready for a spring musical thing.
Last year, they decided to make Bonita Springs Middle School Bonita Springs Middle Center for the Arts. I was extremely excited. We put it on our course selection sheets, all the new programs that we were going to offer. The district was providing us with dance, orchestra, guitar. I was so excited, and I went out to the students and we surveyed them and said, you know, what are your interests? What do you want to do and what do you want to take? And nobody was signing up for the dance, nobody was signing up for the band or the orchestra. So I had to pull a few of the students in, and I said, you know, why aren't you interested in these programs? They're going to be awesome. And their response was, we can't afford the instruments to practice at home. We are a Title I school. Title I school means that 76% of our population are on free and reduced lunch. A lot of my parents work 2 jobs. They The children don't see them when they leave in the morning. They don't see them when they come home in the afternoon. They're always at work. Parents have a great heart. They want what's best for their children. The children want what's best for their parents. They hate to ask them for one more thing.
If it's okay, we're going to go do a little tour. Good morning.
Good morning.
What does the older sister mean? Yeah. But is she the meanest girl ever?
No. The teacher is provided by the county. Beyond that, very little is provided. So we are the ones that have to come up with the funds. This is our technology lab, and again, this is one of those areas where in many cases we struggle, to keep up with the times.
I spend my own money often on paper and glue and crayons and things like that because we just don't have the money for it.
That's what this is all about. It's about the community helping this school, and there is a great need here. Even though we have some business partners who help us, it still doesn't come close to all the needs that we have at this school.
We have many students in need in our school. 54% of our students are on free or reduced price lunch, which means for some students, the only meal that they eat will be the one that they eat at school that's for free. We serve Bonita, Estero, and San Carlos Park. There is a hidden need of students in this area. Once they get to high school, they don't really, vocalize the needs that they have because they're embarrassed or they don't want anybody to know. So a lot of these children go without food and clothes and toiletries and little things that we take for granted. We have a wish list a mile long that most of the time never gets even slightly addressed. So we could utilize the Bridge Fund to help us with those wish list items.
And here are some other voices. Some residents of Bonita Springs and Estero who support the mission of the Bridge Fund.
I see a great need for the Bridge Fund. Even though we've got great agencies and super people working for these agencies, very, very caring people, they keep running up against obstacles. Their job never runs as we plan it to be. And the situations sometimes are very dire.
We don't have the funds, to help everybody. We need those extra funds to help those kind of people who really need that.
I think that it will touch a different fiber in everyone who goes and say, I want to be part of the Bridge Fund. And it's not just by one cause. It's like my community is my cause.
The Bridge Fund would just be wonderful in all kinds of ways.
It's going to be local. They're going to know, and they're going to know exactly what projects, what they went for, and what benefit was done. The other thing is that we're going to run this organization with zero expense, or as close to zero as we could ever possibly get. There won't be any employees or any significant expenses.
The Bridge Fund brings it to you, and that's what caught my eye. That and the fact that there's no overhead. Because I think with charities, that's what all of us worry about. We just don't know how much goes to administration, how much actually gets to the need that's out there to be met. So for me, those are the two most important things. It's bringing the needs to me that I wanted to help fulfill, and then it's the fact that, it's a lean organization, and I really like that.
To me, it's been very heartwarming. The response is, although people are surprised that they're not aware of the need, when they learn of it, they want to do something about it.
I think the idea of bridging between those who maybe can help someone else and those who need the help And you never know when that might be turned around and those same people that are in your community are helping you. So I think the idea that we're bridging to each other is wonderful.
We don't see it much and we don't feel it much, but it's there. The poverty and the challenges. My father always told me that it's not what you say that counts, it's what you do that counts. The Bridge Fund connects a neighbor to help a neighbor, as these bridges in our community connect people to people. We offer a coordinated, quick response to special needs situations, ranging from abuse, housing, and hunger, to school children's educational needs. We reinforce a sense of community by bringing local people together to achieve these objectives.
You really make a difference in a lifetime by one human being putting out their hand to help another. So join us in the development of the Bridge Fund. Help us to give some of these families the most important thing of all, hope.